Phil was a dear human being, a lovely man, and a classic Maine creative entity. He talks about working on the water and then recognizing this gift that he had. When he was in school, he spent more time drawing than he did paying attention to what was going on in school and like that. And so his work, his mature work, I interviewed him when I worked at CBS News Sunday Morning, and you go over the Singing Bridge down there in Millbridge, you go off in the Willy Wags, and you're off in Sullivan, and his son Matt was a little kid at the time. It was just the joyous world of the Barters. I remember all the doors were illustrated, painted, the whole house was like walking inside a Phil Barter painting. But Phil's approach to the gift that he had for creative expression was so unfeigned and so, I say naive, but in a very, very good way. Unself-conscious is a better phrase, term. Because I've always said self-consciousness is the enemy of creativity. You overthink it, and and you're always hearing, I heard Paul McCartney years ago did an interview, and they were asking about how he wrote yesterday. He said, look, if I could explain everything that went into it, I probably wouldn't have written the song. And Phil, his work is like that. It's joyous, it's evocative, and it's strangely sort of granular Maine without being representative. It's just expression, and yet he just nails it. And I love that about Phil's work. So yeah, he was a dear friend. And I actually sent him a portfolio of these drawings, I don't know, a few years ago. And of course, he was not in good health. He just goes, I said, what do I do with these? I don't know. They're great, but where do they go? I don't know. And it wasn't until much later that I kind of found a connection and moved that along. But Phil he was a lovely man, and I think represented something elemental about the Maine visual archivist. There are all these painters that just, Marston Hartley and all these people that they just kind of keep saying, I have to see this, I have to put this down. And the body of work he left behind, I've driven by those blueberry fields in Washington County. And it's like, how could you even say that? Well, get yourself a good Phil Barter painting. That goes a lot of the way.